A massive explosion rocked the Russian city of Rostov-on-Don. A Ukrainian drone strike ignited a fierce fire at a fuel depot. The flames soared into the night sky, casting an eerie glow on the surrounding area. This brazen attack sent shockwaves through the region, escalating the already tense conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The attack marked a significant development in the ongoing war. It demonstrated Ukraine's growing ability to strike deep inside Russian territory. This has raised concerns about a possible widening of the conflict. The incident also underscored the increasing use of drones in modern warfare. This attack is a stark reminder that this war is far from over. It has the potential to draw other nations further into the conflict. The world watches anxiously as the situation continues to unfold. The drone strike caused significant damage to the fuel depot. The fire raged for hours, sending plumes of black smoke into the air. Emergency services rushed to the scene, battling to contain the blaze. The attack disrupted fuel supplies, impacting military and civilian operations. While Ukraine hasn't claimed responsibility, it fits a pattern of recent strikes. These strikes target strategic infrastructure to disrupt Russia's war effort. The attack raised questions about Russia's air defenses and critical infrastructure protection. The incident highlights the importance of logistics in modern warfare.
The Kremlin was quick to respond to the drone strike, condemning it as a terrorist attack. Russian officials denied any civilian casualties, but acknowledged the damage to the fuel depot. They accused Ukraine of deliberately targeting civilian infrastructure, a claim Kiev has denied. Russia vowed to retaliate for the attack, promising a harsh response. This has raised fears of an escalation in the conflict, with both sides potentially targeting each other's critical infrastructure. The situation remains volatile, with the potential for further attacks and reprisals. The attack has also fueled anti-Ukrainian sentiment within Russia. Pro-war voices have seized on the incident to justify their calls for a more aggressive approach to the conflict. This has increased pressure on the Kremlin to escalate its military operations in Ukraine. The international community has condemned the attack and called for restraint from both sides. The United Nations has urged Russia and Ukraine to de-escalate the situation and return to the negotiating table. However, with tensions running high, finding a peaceful resolution remains a significant challenge.
Section 4. Rise of the Drones, a New Era of Warfare. The drone strike on the Russian fuel depot highlights the growing role of unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, in modern warfare.
Drones have become indispensable tools for both Russia and Ukraine, used for a wide range of missions.
Drones offer several advantages over traditional military aircraft. They are relatively cheap to produce, easy to operate, and difficult to detect.
They can be equipped with a variety of payloads, including cameras, sensors, and weapons. Both Russia and Ukraine are using drones extensively for reconnaissance and surveillance.
Drones provide valuable intelligence on enemy positions, movements, and capabilities. This information is crucial for planning military operations and minimizing risks to troops.
Drones are also increasingly being used for offensive operations. They can be armed with missiles or bombs to strike enemy targets with precision. This reduces the risk of collateral damage and minimizes civilian casualties, at least in theory.
However, the use of armed drones also raises ethical concerns about the increasing automation of warfare. Section 5. Shifting Tides, the Impact on the Battlefield. The drone strike on the Russian fuel depot is just the latest example of how drones are shaping the battlefield in the Ukraine conflict.
Both sides are relying heavily on these unmanned aerial vehicles to gain an advantage over their opponent. For Ukraine, drones have become a crucial tool for leveling the playing field against Russia's superior military might.
Ukrainian forces have used drones effectively to target Russian tanks, armored vehicles, and artillery positions. Drones have also been instrumental in disrupting Russia's logistical operations.
By targeting fuel depots, ammunition dumps, and supply lines, Ukrainian forces have been able to slow down the Russian advance and inflict significant damage.
However, Russia is also adapting its tactics in response to the growing drone threat.
Russian forces are deploying more sophisticated air defense systems to counter Ukrainian drones. They are also using electronic warfare systems to jam drone signals and disrupt their operations.
Section 6. Global Stage International Reactions and Calls for Peace. The drone strike on the Russian fuel depot has sent shockwaves through the international community.
World leaders have expressed deep concern over the escalation of the conflict and called for restraint from both sides.
The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the situation.
Russia, as a permanent member, holds veto power, which it has used repeatedly to block resolutions critical of its actions in Ukraine.
The United States and its allies have condemned the drone strike and reiterated their support for Ukraine's right to defend itself. They have also pledged to continue providing military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine.